Thomas the Tank Engine puffed wonderfully along his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. Every afternoon, he was busy puffing along through Arlesdale End and into the goods yard. Between the sidings, he met Salty. "Hello, Thomas," said Salty. "You look really politeful. You love your own branch line." "Indeed," said Thomas. "It's one of my favourite jobs ever." "Tell you what, Thomas," said Salty. "Why don't you leave Annie and Clarabelle so Oliver can look after them?" "Yes, Salty," replied Thomas. "We will go over to Crovan's Gate yard so Annie and Clarabelle can stay in the yard while we travel all the way to the narrow gauge shed railway. Anyway, Igglepiggle tells me to do something. I want to pull trucks, and the trucks push me down Gordon's Hill, and I come to a complete stop at Marron Station. Well, Salty," he added, "let's go to Crovan's Gate yard while Annie and Clarabelle can stay so Oliver can look after them." So off they went to Crovan's Gate Station. Now it wasn't so long before Thomas and Salty had arrived at Crovan's Gate. "Yeah, Thomas." "Oh," said Thomas, "it reminds me telling a story about Grandpuff. It's what Stuart and Falcon usually call Duke. I was telling the other engines at night a story about Duke the Lost Engine. Duke is telling Stuart and Falcon about Smudger. He causes a lot of trouble and pushes trucks and coaches and other rolling stock off the rails and crashing into sheds. Duke is warning him to be careful, but he does take no notice. Duke is very rude to Smudger, so manager wants to turn him into a generator. But now he will not move again, so Duke, Stuart and Falcon can work in Mid-Sodal Railway, so they were happy together for many years. Now he's being transformed into a tank engine again, and now he can drive on the rails." "You know what to do then, Thomas," said Salty. "Duke is being really naughty to Smudger. Now he causes lots of trouble. Look, there he is now." Smudger, the naughty little green engine, puffed back to Crovan's Gate Works when he returned. Said Smudger. "You're not looking at me. I'm just a silly narrow-gauge tank engine. I pull coaches all day, as well as trucks and other rolling stock. I've been naughty, because now I'm going to be very nice later." "Oh," said Thomas, "so this is Smudger. Well, in that case, you don't have enough time to pull coaches. So do your work now," continued Smudger. "Oh, maybe Duke is telling Stuart and Falcon about Smudger." So Thomas and Salty left. From now on, Smudger collected the green and cream narrow gauge coaches, and he puffed away to Crovan's Gate Station again. Toby had arrived there. "Well, you're here already," said Toby. "Yes, I am already here," said Smudger. "You're such a shame of it, Smudger," snapped Toby. "Are you going to be really serious about that? I wouldn't care if you wouldn't push trucks or coaches or bumping passengers around, smashing all these rails to be having an accident on purpose." "No," replied Smudger. I'm not going to do that. You like carry passengers carefully. You take them all around every day. That's what people always like to do. Toby was cross. Smudger paid no attention to him. As long as we can work together, he continued, we must learn about loyalty and share with harmony. Nonsense, huffed Toby, and he puffed crossly away. Send Falcon packing! Send Falcon packing! Snapped Smudger. He was puffing impatiently down the main line. As Smudger marched along the rails, he danced to the music all by himself. Smudger's wheels turned and turned as he danced along. Smudger became even more impatient than ever. He wiggled his body and moved his buffers and moved his wheels like legs. This is fun, he said. I love dancing to the music all by myself, he whistled proudly. Watch out, lad! Shouted Wallace. Smudger tripped over and fell off the rails. Filling frack, moaned Smudger. I'm off! And he did. Duke warned Smudge to be careful, whistled Duncan, but he took no notice. Listen, Duncan, said Rheneas, who worries about a few spills? We have no interruptions all about Smudger, said Duncan. This makes me lose my temper. Tell you what, Duncan, added Rheneas, Smudger is a show-off engine. He races roughly and often came off the rails, so he was having still accidents. He pushes trucks and bumps them into sidings. Oh, there's no such thing as most important about Smudger. Tell you what, Rheneas, you must go to the rescue and help Smudger back onto the rails as fast as you can. Luckily, Smudger wasn't hurt, but he had tripped over Wally's arm. Oh, bother, he moaned. I'll never dance on the rails again. Now that Rheneas has arrived with Bob's team, they will start doing. So what do? They carefully lifted Smudger back onto the track. So Smudger was ready to go home. Later that afternoon, Rheneas talked to Smudger along with Duncan. I'm sorry I danced to break my stride on the rails. It was sung by Matthew Wilder, apologised Smudger. Don't worry, added Rheneas. You can be very happy at pulling coaches and trucks and shunting them. And we can make the team of friendship and magic all together, said Duncan. That's very nice of you, said Rheneas to Smudger. Well done, added Smudger. Being a good friend is important. From now, we could be nice friends and working together and getting the job done.